Summer Funland is your very own virtual reality theme park, and while it doesn't have a whole lot of depth or amount of content, it will certainly be the game I go to introduce someone to virtual reality for the first time. Let's break down exactly why, beginning with objective and gameplay. Summer Funland offers a good variety of minigames to play, totaling to 15 in all. There's a good variety to choose from here. That being said, this isn't a game I would really consider replayable. Expect many usual activities such as skee ball and wackamole, which do make for a good introduction on how to use the motion controllers, then move on to more advanced activities such as one that will have you jousting targets on a unicorn through a tunnel warping in colors all around you. But if that's too intense for you, then sit back in the theater and let it take you on a journey through space that's only possible in virtual reality. You gain a star for when you go through and do well in any given activity, with a total of 12 to collect in all. The gameplay itself has a wide range, covering a little bit of everything. It'll have you shooting, slicing, throwing, climbing, swinging, and more. Each activity is well made and polished. The carnival games are the most standard ones, but even they have added visual flair you wouldn't normally see at your local amusement park. It's fair to say that the gameplay itself does a great job at giving you a taste of a little bit of everything in virtual reality. I do have to note that there's only one locomotion option, and that's teleportation, but frankly speaking, if you're new to VR, that's probably the safest choice anyways. Now, how about we take a look at some of the activities you'll be getting into with features and content. Summer Funland offers a total of 15 activities to go through. With that said, it's important to note that most of these are kind of a one and done experience. For example, we're talking about the seated rides. There's one that takes you on a journey through space, an underwater expedition with the sea monster and ancient ruins, an action-packed bike ride through Gotham, and finally a roller coaster that runs through the park with many surprises in store. Some other notable activities would have to be the hot air balloon ride that takes you through the air above the theme park while you have to toss balls through hoops to set off a light show, or the Fruit Ninja-like game that has you in a soup cauldron chopping up vegetables that ramps up in difficulty over 3 stages. Now, outside of those activities, there are a few hidden stuffed animals to discover throughout the park and its activities, stars to collect, and really, that's about it. Sadly, there are no leaderboards, which really hurts its replayability greatly. It took me about a total of 2 hours to get through everything this game had to offer. And while this might sound harsh, if you're a seasoned veteran of virtual reality, this game really doesn't bring anything new or groundbreaking to the table that you haven't had before in other VR experiences. That being said, I'm still happy to have it in my library, and let's begin talking about why with visuals and immersion. Summer Funland's strongest features have to be its visual quality and immersion levels. It has a wow factor that makes me glad to have it in my library. This is a game that I will pop in whenever someone who hasn't tried VR wants to see what it's all about. Graphics are beautiful and polished. The underwater ride is my favorite on-rails experience in VR by far. It does an absolutely amazing job at looking beautiful and immersing you with its scale and size of everything around you. There's also the activity that has you climbing a tower, and when you begin to look down, you really get a sense of scale that only virtual reality can do right now. Immersion really is at an all-time high with this game, and it really does feel like your very own theme park. To conclude, Summer Funland isn't a game I could recommend if you're looking for something new and fresh to try out yourself, or even if you're looking for a game with replay value and depth. But if you're in the market for a game to show off to someone who hasn't tried VR before, or are new to it yourself, go for it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out my most recent video below, and next to it you'll see what YouTube thinks you'll like best. I hope you have a great day, and peace.